take 2 of 5 ways why you are not able to meet your goals, because the first take got deleted after an hour work. So very quickly, let's discuss 5 reasons why you fail at meeting your goals and how you can finally start accomplishing them. Everyone is talking about how 2024 is going to be their year, but they set up their goals the exact same way that they did in 2023, which leads me to believe in 2024 we'll all be reflecting on what goals we did not meet. Well, that's of course if we keep them past February. Let's discuss setting more SMART goals. SMART being the acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, timed goals. SMART goals can be a little tricky because it can be demotivating if the SMART goal that you set doesn't really have any passion behind why you set that goal. But that's for another subject and another day. And I'm just trying to get through at least this video to help since it's still January 1st. A specific goal would be more like, I want to grow on social media, and I plan to do that by posting more relevant content on TikTok at least 4 times a week. And in turn, hopefully somebody will find me interesting enough to want to follow for more information or content. Number 2 is poor execution. We went full FBI, CIA to figure out if TD Jakes was a power bottom, but we don't put in that same time, effort, and research to find out the resources, the amount of time, or the framework that it's going to take for us to meet and be successful with these goals. You should be evaluating every few days to see how much more progress you've made toward meeting that goal. And if you stop progressing, then you should be putting in a little bit more time and effort to see what you need to do in order to continue to meet that goal. A goal without a plan is just a wish. It's just a dream. Make it happen, people. Number 3, you lack discipline. We're all familiar with the neurotransmitter dopamine, right? A lot of people talk about having a runner's high. I personally never had it, but having a runner's high after they got done with a run, or exercising, after they eat something that they like, listening to certain music, even sitting out in the sun and getting that vitamin D gives you that feel good hormone feeling. It's also where your motivation comes from. In today's world, we get a lot of our dopamine from the validation of others, that instant gratification. Oh my goodness, they liked, they followed, they did something. And when we don't receive that, we immediately get demotivated. Well, something must have happened. I must be doing something wrong. And you no longer want to do it. You just want to quit. Now stay with me, because I know that I said we're talking about discipline, and here we are talking about motivation. So the whole reason why we're talking about motivation is because you're not always going to feel good. You're not always going to feel motivated, but you have to have the discipline to keep going, to push past those times when you don't feel motivated. And that's okay. I can say that because I lack discipline too. But don't worry, we're going to get through it together. We just have to remember that discipline, like everything else, takes practice. It's a habit. You have to be able to push through that mindset that you can't do it and just do it anyway. You're going to be uncomfortable. It's going to suck. Call someone. Go ahead and talk about it. No one's going to care about you not meeting your goal except for you. You'll be the only one disappointed if you don't meet that goal. Number 4, your goals are unrealistic. They are astronomical. I know that God can make miracles, but damn, you're asking a lot right now. You're waking up talking about you want to be a billionaire. You still waking up to that same $35.52 in that account. I don't know how exactly this is supposed to happen. So set more realistic goals that you know that you can meet. Number 5, and it's a huge one, it's your mindset. You're holding yourself back. Your fear of failure is holding you back. I know that fear can be debilitating, but it's stopping you from being great. There's a saying to shoot for the moon, and at the very least, you'll land on a star. So often we forget to celebrate our small wins, our small successes. They're still significant too to the bigger picture. Failure is inevitable, and that's okay, because it's also the greatest teacher that you'll have. Be able to learn from those failures, those mistakes, those shortcomings, and just do better next time. Steve Jobs once said, if you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far. And also, before he started Apple, he was also fired from his job early in his career. I'm going to leave you with a few more people for you to be able to reflect on how their failures never stopped them from being great. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney was fired from an early career job for lacking imagination. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times. Imagine had he had taken the hint, we would not have E.T., Jurassic Park, we wouldn't have Jaws, Ready Player One, Saving Private Ryan, Catch Me If You Can, or The New Color Purple, and of course several others. Let me know if there are other ways that you've been able to meet your goals in the past. Of course, there are several ways out there, but these are just the 5 major ways that I see how people have failed to meet their goals. With this information, we can now make 2024 our big